of ours, founders under Crypto Spotlight. Today we have Arindam Roy, who is the co-founder and CEO of Pillow Fund. Pillow recently raised a $3 million, got a funding of $3 million from Elevation Capital. Congratulations, Arindam, for getting that funding, and thank you for taking out time and talking to our community members today.
Awesome. No, very happy to be here. Many thanks, Manav, for the congratulations. I think it's a win for the Pillow team as well, who has been working incredibly hard, but also for the crypto community in India in general, where more and more crypto services beyond trading become accessible to few folks.
True.
And super excited to be here today with Manav and the wonderful BI community here. And yeah, just very excited to speak and get started.
Awesome. Awesome. Yes, I agree with you. It's a huge win for the ecosystem, specifically it coming right after the taxation policy that the finance minister declared during the finance budget. And after that, seeing all the many funding a lot of companies have gotten last week. So it was a huge win for the ecosystem. So
Absolutely.
Arindam, tell me, what has your journey been? What was Arindam doing before he got into the crypto space?
Absolutely. Feels like a very different world, I think, once you have entered the crypto space. But my background is tech and product. I am a developer at heart. Still love writing code, still love writing smart contracts. Started my journey writing code for various US MNCs before deciding to build value in India. Uh,
Mm.
was a very early member of One Direct's team. We used to ship an app called Tabzo, which I was a very early member of, and we scaled that team to about 200 people.
Oh,
It
wow.
got acquired, and today you use it as Amazon Pay, right? So,
Oh, wow. So
so I
that's a success story. That's another success story for you.
Absolutely. Yeah. So loved working with the founders there, Vishal, Ankur, all of them fantastic people. Learned a lot about how to build consumer payments, consumer investment, consumer infrastructure.
Hmm.
After that, spent about 2 years in Singapore, building out basically a lot of infrastructure for e-commerce. So I was part of Shopee's product team, uh, leading a team of about 100 people in the personalization charter, including personalized recommendations, personalized ads, personalized home pages, uh,
Hmm.
and saw the growth of Shopee as an e-commerce platform serving 50 million users to 550 million users,
Wow.
right?
Wow.
And at one point, we were managing over 8 billion listings on the platform.
Are you the reason for all the startups' growth? Are you the lucky charm?
I would love to believe so, but it's always a team effort. But got a lot of exposure in the problems in the Southeast Asian market as well, and started seeing a lot of synergies between how financially underserved economies uh, benefit from general financial innovation, right? Whether it be
Hmm.
credit, whether it be crypto, whether it be anything. From there, decided time to move back to India. वापस चलते हैं थोड़ा मचाएंगे. So I joined a bootstrapped Indian AI startup called Hyperverge. Um,
Hyper?
Hyperverge,
Hyperwatch.
HYPERGE. Uh,
Okay.
we essentially bootstrapped our way to $15 million in SaaS revenue. Um, we built RegTech, compliance tech, KYC, AML, CFT, all regulatory stuff that crypto janta hates, and built out the services. So a lot of the onboarding workflows that you today use in an app like Slice Pay, in an app like FamPay,
Hmm.
or even in crypto platforms like CoinSwitch or WazirX are very proudly built by me and my team.
Oh, wow.
My team also shipped the KYC onboarding solution for Geo, which has now onboarded 40% of India's population, and also
Amazing.
the onboarding for SBI's YONO, which allows people in rural areas to open a SBI bank account digitally.
And SBI, KYC. I am an SBI. I have a account with SBI, and I must say it's really good. So kudos to you, and I know who is responsible, which team, and who was leading it. So that's lovely, guy. That's a brilliant thing.
Absolutely. So that's been my background. Over this time, what happened was my co-founder Rajat, who was head of US in Hyperverge at that time, we
Hmm.
were both holding some crypto and we were just thinking, okay, kya chal raha hai? Then what happened is DeFi started, right? Aave, Compound, and Maker. These three things launched.
So tell me one thing, between all the developments in the, for the e-commerce world and for the payment gateways, how was this that you were introduced to crypto? What made you, look at crypto as a industry?
Right. I think at the basis, one of the realities everyone gets very interested in I like to call it one very specific kind of technology, which is called number go up technology, right? So, so the number of Bitcoin was continuously going up, and I was like, what the hell is happening? I need
Hmm.
to understand this. I was like, okay, let's get in a little bit and start understanding the concept of decentralization. And then I started discovering that, in some countries you can pay with this. In
Yeah.
some countries you can buy houses with this country, right? In some countries which are run by USD, these are solving very real world problems in terms of inflation, in terms of corporate governance and things like that.
Yes.
Started realizing that part, but largely was in the trading side of things. But
Okay.
I was searching for meaning, utility, right?
Utility.
Which is where exchanges were nice. You can obviously hold a lot of assets, and exchanges are essentially becoming custodials of store of value. But my question was, okay, now I have all this value with me. I want use cases. I want to do things with it, right? And that's when DeFi started. So
So
Aave,
that's like 2020, 2019.
2019 DeFi somewhere when we are talking
Yeah.
about, right? And I had some Bitcoin, so I decided, fine, I will bridge it. Uh,
Hmm.
and I bridged and I borrowed some $1,000 from Aave, right? I might have been probably one of the earliest users, and it took 3 seconds,
Oh, wow.
right? No long, like imagine doing the same thing at a bank, right, where you have a fixed deposit and you want to take a line of credit against.
That will take us like 3 months to get that money out.
Even if you have crores in fixed deposit, they for giving a 5 lakh credit line, they will do 10,000 things.
Yeah.
So I was like, this is definitely the future.
Hmm.
From there, what we started doing is we migrated most of our wealth on chain. Today, as my partner likes to call it, I only have McDonald's and rent money in fiat currency. Everything else is on the blockchain. And started.
We are true believers, all true believers have that kind of money in real world.
So after migrating that, I wanted to do something more. So I taught myself Solidity and Rust and started working for DAOs,
Okay.
building insurance, liquidity mining, decentralized exchanges, all the other things, right?
Hmm.
And from there, a lot of users in our community, we were running a lot of communities, started saying, "Hey, I also want to get in, but it just seems way too difficult.
Hmm.
So where do we invest? I don't know where to invest." So we started telling users, "कि ठीक है, if you have $10,000, तो आपको ये करना चाहिए. If you have $50,000, आपको ये करना चाहिए." Started giving that advice. But then there was 80% drop off because most users started coming and saying, "कि boss, ये बहुत complex है. I
Hmm.
don't understand what is gas fees. I don't understand what is bridging. This cross chain bridge is so scary. I don't want to do it. I
Hmm.
don't understand what is ETH. What is the difference between ETH and WETH? What is BTC, WBTC? What is this REN BTC in the middle? I don't understand any of this." So the main thing they were saying is कि आप करके दे दो and we will give you some money. It's fine. So
Hmm.
I was like, these people are so desperate to get the benefit of DeFi that
Hmm.
they want to trust a random person on the internet with their money,
Hmm.
right? That they are
That's a
seeing
good
too much
thing, no?
value,
You actually got your first customer like that. That means.
right?
Uh,
So we were like, कि यार, this deserves democratization at large scale. So we did not want to solve it for 10 people, 50 people, 100
hmm.
people. We wanted to
Hmm.
solve it at scale.
Hmm.
That's where Pillow started.
Makes
And
sense.
from there, we decided that, hey, the benefits of DeFi need to be accessible to anyone. It should not be the reason that, hey, this user does not understand XYZ, so that's why he should not get the benefits. It has to be democratized, only then it can have highest quality mass adoption. And that's where my journey transitioned from building tech and product in the traditional finance industry to decentralized finance.
And it's very interesting, developer getting into though getting into DeFi space, developing a product, but also something that is core finance. So it's interesting to see how you have been able to capture the nitty-gritties of DeFi space and ensure that money that people are entrusting in, you are able to give them those returns. So
Absolutely.
so how did you meet your co-founders? What
Got
is the story there?
Got it. So Rajat and I were colleagues at Hyperverge. Rajat
Okay.
graduated from IIT Madras and subsequently has been with Hyperverge for the last 7.5 years.
All
So
right.
Rajat has a lot of experience building a business from scratch.
Mm-hmm.
Rajat's US team started as a zero-member team. From there,
Nice.
I saw him grow the team and sell to US Air Force, right?
Oh,
Sell
wow.
to the entire state of Texas, sell to Boeing, the largest aircraft provider
Yes.
in the world,
Hmm.
right? So from and Rajat and I shared our DeFi journeys together. We did it everything from scratch, and we continue to do so. Um, Karthik was previously the head of business for Dunzo.
Okay.
Karthik was
Nice.
leading Dunzo's entire B2B charter. Um,
Mm-hmm.
uh, I think Manav, you might want to check. There is some transmission issues. Users are reporting.
Yes. Guys, it will be available. The recording will be available. You can always go back onto the same link and have a look at it. If your net is not allowing you to watch the live video. It,
Cool.
yes.
So yeah, as I was saying,
Hmm.
back then what happened was I met Karthik because uh, Dunzo wanted to start delivering cigarettes, and that requires age verification. So
That's how Dunzo started the journey. That's how everybody started getting onto Dunzo.
getting on to Dunzo, right? So I met Karthik there, and there I learned that while Karthik was in business school at MIT Sloan,
Hmm.
he was holding Bitcoin since 2013 from his Massachusetts days,
Oh wow.
where he was one of the members of the Bitcoin club in MIT,
Waiting.
and they were giving away Bitcoin just for joining the club. And then I
Yeah.
learned that he is such a strong believer that he has not made a sell transaction ever in his life, right? From there, our discussions migrated from what we can partner between Hyperverge and Dunzo to our passion, mutual passion for Ethereum, for Avalanche, for Phantom,
Hmm.
and kind of things. So when I started building Pillow, I had no question in my mind that Karthik will be one of the best partners to have. So I immediately asked Karthik, "Hey Karthik, will you take this step with me?" And he was ready on. He was already 1 foot in the door. I think he was just waiting for me to ask, and then we just started building together.
That's lovely. It's nice to see, how people from different walks. This technology has brought them together to, or reconnected old friends to start building the journey and seeing how this beautiful technology can bring about that change. Uh,
Absolutely.
that's it. But why this name Pillow? What made you, keep this under, like, got this name into Pillow? Like, what was the story? What's the story behind that?
Got it. So the app originally was called Plutus. Plutus is the Roman god of wealth, right?
Okay.
But what happened is I was advising a friend
On
simply as
Roman culture?
sorry.
On Roman culture or
No,
crypto?
no, no, no. I was advising a friend before we were just starting to build Pillow. Then
Uh-huh.
on he wanted to invest some money in DeFi.
Mm-hmm.
So I had made him use a cross-chain bridge to bridge from Ethereum to Polygon, and that same night that bridge got hacked.
Oh shit.
Right, this is the Polychain hack that people might remember. About $600
Yes.
million were stolen,
Yeah.
and he told me that he could not sleep the entire night because he kept refreshing his MetaMask to ensure that his money is still there. I'm like, no, no, you are not LP, so you will not lose any funds. Don't worry, just use the bridge. But he was
Hmm.
very scared. So then one realization came on us ki the promise of decentralized finance has been passive income for the longest time.
Hmm.
Be into things passive income, give
Hmm.
coverage passive income.
Hmm.
But people are using DeFi are the most sleepless people ever. They are constantly on Discord, they are constantly on Telegram groups, just trying to find what to do, how to do, looking for support. So
Hmm.
we decided we will build a Web3 service such that you can invest in Web3 and sleep at the same time.
Very well.
Right.
I think so. That's the most required thing for anybody investing anywhere, that money should be secure.
Correct. That, hey, fine, I will not get 2000% APY on some whatever, like
Mhm.
Poly Packer Finance, but I want to ensure that I will get sustainable, realistic yields,
Hmm.
and the money will not sit idle so that I don't have to bet on price speculation. But that should not mean I will lose 8 hours of sleep on it. I will let someone do it. So I was like, okay, that's why we'll name this. The other is one of our grandmothers used to say that don't trust anything. When you will sleep the most peaceful when your money is under the pillow. So we thought, hey, if we can recreate that trust by
Hmm.
building something very transparent, very honest,
Hmm.
right, and very simple, no jargon, nothing. That user can say, hey, this is as simple as leaving my crypto under the pillow, and I am sleeping on top of it. I am at my best peaceful state. That is the goal which we have named this.
Sorry. Continue.
Even if you see today the way we have structured,
Hmm.
um, we tell users that get comfortable.
Hmm.
That's our main goal, right? Fine, you're earning yields, etc. But the main thing is we want to end the paranoia
Hmm.
around, hey, this is scary, that hack has happened, this hack has happened. We are trying to create a service which is very honest and very transparent that tells
Hmm.
you, hey, when you give the money, this is exactly what happens to it, right? And this is how you earn your interest, right? That's where the name comes from.
Nice. It's interesting, like, as you mentioned about the grandmother story. back in their generation, people were more trusting in other people, and that's what this technology is bringing back. Trust in a third party which you don't know. So it's the irony is it's very interesting to see the irony. How you guys have gotten the word pillow from there, and started this product and company. So Arindam, how do you like if I want to come to pillow and start giving you say I have my money for you guys to invest and what's this thing, so how does pillow work, like what is the process and how is the
Got it.
thing?
Got it. So Pillow is a fully compliant service. What you will, okay, first let's talk about access. Pillow has a surprise for the BI community tonight. But in
All right.
general, to access Pillow, you need to find another user who already has Pillow.
Okay,
Right? We
so
do
we
this.
have Arindam here, guys. If you want to use pillow, get hold of him
Right.
and
No,
anyone else
I
from
think
his team, so you
I
can
think
get the access.
the entire Pillow team was very excited to speak to the BI community. So we thought we'll do something special, but maybe we will reveal that towards the end of the call.
All
But
right.
in general, to access Pillow, you need to find another user who already has Pillow.
Okay.
But once you are in, it's a very simple 2-minute process.
Hmm.
You have to provide KYC in compliance with the state of the with the regulators of the country.
And they will be very good with their KYC.
Absolutely.
Their founder is a developer of major KYC platform, so
So we have
that's
built a very, very simple flow. You don't have to look left and right or hold the paper number with all of that. None of that. You just
Mhm,
click one selfie, provide the front and back of your Aadhaar card and your PAN.
mhm.
That's it.
That's
End of the
that's simple. And I think
right.
so we all have that in our phones or in our emails already, so
Absolutely.
it's easy.
Right. And we created this to create an inclusive platform. If you go with DigiLocker, someone might not have Aadhaar linked with their phone number, and they will not
Hmm,
be able to onboard. Or DigiLocker servers might be down, and they might. But what people always have is their original copy of
hmm,
Aadhaar and PAN, which is why we have
hmm,
made it very simple. That hey, just give us these two pieces of document, and we are ready to onboard you.
hmm.
After this, it becomes very seamless. If you want to invest with us in stable coins, we accept both USDC and USDT, the big stable coins. Both will give you the same yield, about 18% APY,
That's nice,
uh,
huh? That's
right?
great.
Right, absolutely. So I think it's the highest in the market period while
Yes.
protecting your assets from any kind of market risk.
Hmm.
And our team works very, very hard to get you this interest every day.
Hmm.
You can deposit to us via crypto directly from any wallet that you have. So it can be in any exchange, Binance, WazirX, CoinDCX, BitBNS,
Hmm.
whatever you hold. You can either withdraw it on the Ethereum blockchain as a ERC20 token directly into Pillow, or you can withdraw it if you want to save some gas fees from the Binance Smart Chain also.
Hmm.
If you're using a exchange like Binance or BitBNS, which supports Binance Smart Chain also, you can withdraw directly from there also. This is applicable for both tokens, USDC and USDT.
Okay.
If you want to invest Bitcoin, all you have to do is send us Bitcoin to our Bitcoin address. That's it. As simple as that, one step. And just for that, you will earn very, very safe 7.1% APY on Bitcoin just for
Wow.
deposit with us.
That's
Right.
that's nice. That's a good return.
Right. And you don't have to wrap it for DeFi or anything like that, right? Only thing you have to do is send us Bitcoin over the Bitcoin blockchain, and we will take care of bridging, we will take care of wrapping, we will take care of investment, we will take care of everything for you to get the interest. Similarly, for Ethereum, all you have to do is send a ETH
Hmm.
to our Ethereum address. That's it. We will give you a single address, all insured by BitGo, of course, and you will get a single Ethereum address. You just move Ethereum to it. You will get about 7.1% APY just for depositing Ethereum with us. Apart from that, we are a global service, as I think we had mentioned. We are supporting deposits in over 30 plus fiat currencies, including USD, SGD, JPY, and a lot of the other currencies. For INR people, we have just solved some of the challenges that existed, and we are now trying to onboard users onto INR via a lot of methods, including IMPS, NEFT,
Hmm.
RTGS, things like that, to ensure that Indian users can also get in and out smoothly. So those are the various ways to invest in Pillow.
Hmm.
Um, Pillow is also fully liquid. You can withdraw anytime you want, 24/7. There is no
Okay.
limit, there is no withdrawal fees.
I will stop you there. We have a question here from the audience saying, "How safe is my crypto with you?"
Got it. So, Subhashish, thanks for the question. I will answer questions in reverse order. First is how safe is your crypto? Every cryptocurrency you deposit in Pillow is completely custodialized by BitGo, which is the world's leading custody service provider. It's used by services such as WazirX, CoinDCX, CoinSwitch for protection, Vault for protection. We also have insurances on this custody of over $100 million to ensure that your crypto stays safe all the time. In addition, you can go to the app and check details of every DeFi investment we make on your behalf, right? This includes every protocol we've invested, our individual research reports of those protocols, our smart contract audits of those protocols, and so on and so forth. So that's how we keep your crypto safe, right? You have relatively the same amount of safety as you have leaving it on a WazirX or a CoinDesk, wherever you want to leave it. The second question is, can I still buy coffee from any shop in India with crypto? I think that's a very good question that we would all like to collectively ask our regulators. So let us all keep asking this question, and hopefully we will get an answer soon.
I think so. To answer that question, so Bashish, I can take you for coffee. You can pay me in BTC, and I can pay out in fiat. I don't mind. So that's something we can still do. Okay, so to sum it up, Arindam, what would you say are the main features of Pillow as a product that you're there?
Got it. So the main features is that instead of doing any kind of institutional lending and borrowing, we
Mm-hmm.
are generating these interests for you purely by over collateralized lending, staking, and liquidity mining, which completely protects your crypto against market risk, right? Whether the
Got it.
market goes up, down, we will never trade your crypto. We will never
Right.
do options. We will never do futures. We will never do margins, right? Which means your crypto is never exposed to any market risk. If you give us stable coins, it will stay in stable coins. It will give us
Mm-hmm.
Bitcoin, it will stay as Bitcoin. If you give us Ethereum, it will stay as Ethereum. And you're getting highest yields in the market while not doing any trading, any unsecured lending, or any of the market risk assets. On top of this, while we are operating on 10 plus blockchains, 450 plus protocols, your investment is one click. In
Hmm.
fact, in our app, you don't even have to press a stake button. You just deposit, and the moment it arrives, it immediately starts earning interest, right?
Got it.
So you can deposit with one click, you can withdraw with one click. The third feature is it is fully liquid 24/7 whenever you want. If you want to exit to do something else or whatever, you can fully withdraw it.
Mm-hmm.
The fourth most important thing is we give interest every day,
Hmm.
right? So you
How
don't have
much? Sorry, how much did you say?
right. We give interest every day at a 17.8% APY rate or a 7.1% APY rate, depending on the
All
crypto
right.
unit. But the
Okay.
interest is paid out to you every day. So
That's
not only are you fully liquid, you're earning the interest as well every day.
that's very nice. That's very nice, and that's actually very intriguing. I am waiting for the surprise. How can BI community get onto a pillow? And I would like to see how we can explore it out. It's quite interesting. Uh, so tell me one thing. How are you guys? How are you maintaining that 100% liquidity? What is the thing there? Because the markets are so volatile all the time. So how are you ensuring that liquidity?
Got it. So that is testament to how the crypto community comes together to solve a problem. Today, if you
Okay.
look at our backers, the Polygon ecosystem, for example, Sandeep and Jayanti are both angel investors in Pillow.
Hmm.
Um, the DeFi Pulse team, for example, who help us design strategy with Scott Lewis, and the best blockchain infrastructure being built out of India in Biconomy, Aniket Jindal, who is an investor. So,
Hmm.
with access to a lot of these community folks and with a lot of this infrastructure, what we have is we have access to a lot of liquidity across multiple blockchains, which means even if you give us crypto on one blockchain, we have deployed it to 8 different, 9 different, 10 different blockchains. At the same time, we always have enough liquidity on the target blockchains where you want to withdraw to be always be
Hmm.
able to give you exits. So this is why everything is invested but also fully liquid at the same time. Secondly, when we invest in DeFi protocols, we never invest in DeFi protocols which have locking. So we only invest in fully liquid DeFi protocols to ensure that we can quickly move in and out of places.
That
So
makes
that
sense.
automatic rebalancing also happens. If today we see that, hey, it's a better decision for our users to, let's say, exit one pool and enter some other pool, our
Mhm.
investment team has the access to do so because we are always fully liquid.
That is very interesting, and I think so. That also gives extra caution and more support to the people, and they are more happy to invest because that's one place where people are having an issue is
Right.
to have a liquidity.
Manav, I think I can take Nishant's question.
Yes, please.
Nishant, while we work very hard and have implemented a lot of optimizers to ensure that the APY remains fixed, and it has remained fixed for over the last 4 months, in very rare market situations, you can expect it to fluctuate slightly. So we do not guarantee the APY, but we work very, very hard to ensure that it stays around the same range. Hope that answers your question.
Awesome. All right. So how is, what is the current portfolio size that you guys are, handling? If something that you can share with us.
Got it. So I think we are very, very grateful to our early access community who have trusted us with millions of dollars of their hard-earned money in Bitcoin, in Ethereum, and in stablecoins. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and we are also very proud of our investment team who has been able to, at such scale, maintain the APYs and if not do try and do better for our users. So I think this can only go better from here. We have proven the capability to manage millions of dollars as an asset manager, as an asset management platform, and deliver the best deal to our users. And we are excited to welcome new folks into the Pillow community as well, and see how we can help them also make some money.
That's all right. On that, note, guys, Pillow has have a special code for all Blockchain India community, and Raghav from their team has put it in the comments. Why don't you just share it with everyone, Arindam? What that referral code, and how they can be a part of it at this point.
Got it. So I think, as I was mentioning, till now it has been invite only so far, and we you usually had to find a user, but we decided that we will onboard the BI community completely to the platform. So I think Raghav will in the chat pin the code, and we will also reiterate it at the end. And anyone with this code, everyone from the BI community can sign up. No access, no granting, nothing needed. We welcome everyone from the BI community to join us and start using Pillow. Also, I think Raghav can mention our Telegram channel also, where you can ask even more questions. We do weekly AMAs where we will answer each and every question related to the investment that you make on Pillow, to ensure that you have all the answers you need before making an investment.
Thank you, Arindam. So, guys, we will share the code with everyone. So, please do, if you are interested, do join the app and see how Pillow is working in, and see if you guys, get those returns from Pillow what they are talking about. All right. Moving on to my next question here, Arindam. We have been talking about, this month has been talking about all taxation. Now we have a 30% tax and a 1% TDS. Is Pillow also supporting in any way for its, users in the taxation process right now?
Manav, I lost you for the last 10 seconds. If you could just quickly repeat.
Okay, sorry, no worries. So I'm talking about the taxation. The February has been, talks about taxation of 30% and 1% TDS. So is Pillow also, taking in, helping the users with taxation, or right now nothing is there?
Got it. So I think the biggest thing that we feel with this is investors, community members, users, builders.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone feels one strong sentiment, which is relief, right? That hey, finally we have some clarity. Whether
Hmm.
we like it or not, we have to wait and see, and we have to trust that in our democratic nation, over time, the resolution will be something that does better for us. And
Mm-hmm.
I do believe some amount of regulation is necessary. It will it will not allow bad actors to grow that fast, and it will ensure that platforms like ours have to be
Mm-hmm.
completely transparent with the users. So that is on regulation. On taxation, we are now working with the largest tax software providers in India to solve for our users. We are also hosting a lot of people who are expert in crypto tax and crypto legislation on our Telegram channel, so that our users can get the best clarity, not only for your investments in Pillow, but also in general for your crypto investment. So we are trying to provide extended support for end-to-end taxation for our users. Having said that, we have not implemented anything taxation wise so far, because the regulation that is out right now, it's still draft regulation. It is proposed. It has to be tabled to the parliament, pass both houses, finally become a bill, and become a part of our taxation legislation for it to finally be enforced. And the timeline for that is next year. So as of this year, our current understanding is absolutely nothing has changed for our users. The crypto continues to be taxed under other income, and you only have to pay tax if you exit to INR. So if
Okay.
you stay within the crypto ecosystem, you do not have to pay tax.
All right. Thank you, Arindam, on that. So, what are your plans now? For Pillow, what are your short and long term plans for that?
Got it. So our short-term and medium-term plan is to democratize access to DeFi yields for the entire Indian community,
Mm-hmm.
right? We want to ensure that every user today who is buying some Bitcoin, buying some Ethereum, and just buying some Matic, buying some Solana, and just hoping for it to go up has a better option, right? That they
Okay.
can, if they do not know how to stake it, if they do not know how to yield farm with it, if they do not know how to arbitrage it, right? We will create one-click solutions for that, so that the revolution that, for example, Axie Infinity bought in
Game.
Philippines, we can
Hmm.
bring the same kind of um, wealth creation opportunities for the Indian folks, for the Indian Janta, using staking, using yield farming, using liquidity mining, and things like that, right? That is on the short term.
Got it.
In the longer term, we are trying to create a solution for single click investments into all asset classes. As we know, the Web3 economy is continuously growing.
Hmm.
6 months ago, we did not have the concept of GameFi. Today, GameFi is a $50 billion market.
True.
But unfortunately, traditional Indian crypto consumer is not seeing a single penny of it,
Hmm.
because lack of accessibility, lack of knowledge. We are going to
Hmm.
democratize this by making all of these investments single click, so that we can give you access to blue chip NFTs with a single click, with low amount of money. We can give you access to GameFi. We can give you access to Metaverse. We can give you access to synthetic US and other stocks, and a lot of
Hmm.
news that are opening, that creates so much wealth in the world. But unfortunately, our users have not gotten that access. So in the next year, we will ensure that you have democratized access to all of this with a single click of a button.
Got it. So there is a question from Raghuram. He's asking, he joined late, so he's sorry about that. And he's asking that if Pillow is depositing in Aave itself or Anchor.
Sorry, Pillows depositing in Aave itself or Anchor.
Yeah.
Raghu, we do not invest in any single protocol. Our yields are typically diversified over 10 plus protocols. If you already have access to the app, which I think you will get today, with the referral code IPIBQE that Raghav has already shared,
Mhm.
you would be able to get access to all the protocols that Pillow diversifies into. But Pillow never invests in a single protocol. For your safety and for your diversification, we always invest in a lot of protocols to diversify your risks.
Got it. And I guess an existing investor from you is asking if they can also refer to somebody in BI community.
Okay. Hey Saksham, good to see you here. I think Saksham has been a very active member of the Telegram community. Saksham, you can continue to use your referral rewards. The community can decide whether they want to use the community code or your own code. So you will have to convince your friends in BI to use your referral code. But
Yes.
good to see you here.
Awesome. All right. So we are here. We have understood your short-term and long-term goals now. Uh, just I have a quick fireside chat here, Arindam. I'm not going to give you any chance to think about anything. Just have to quickly first thing that comes in your mind. You'll have to share that, right?
Let's do
So,
it.
who is your idol in this world?
Chris Dixon.
Chris Dixon. All right. A podcast and a blog that you listen or read to follow what's happening.
Right. Up Only podcast by Jump Crypto.
All right. Okay. Anything outside crypto world that you follow?
Masters of Scale by Reid Hoffman.
Read off. Okay. The influencers you follow.
Uh, Not very deeply, but I still follow most of folks like Sriram Krishnan, like Balaji S, like Naval Ravikant for generally crypto and life advice. Yeah,
Awesome. So if you were to invest all your money in one token or NFT, which one is going to
Ethereum.
be? Ethereum. Okay. Any reasons?
It's the new money today. Most things like NFTs, most things like DeFi protocols get priced in ETH. So
Uh,
people no longer care what the price of ETH to dollar is, but what the price of a thing in ETH is. That's
okay.
when you see true movement, right?
Yeah.
That's what I see with Ethereum. That's why.
Awesome. Awesome. Some ways you self motivate yourself. How do you keep your motivation up?
I go and look at Pillow's Telegram community and see what the users want next.
Awesome. I love that answer. And I think, sir, what we get from our own community and people who, support us, that's the best motivation that you get to go about. Uh, a movie that always inspires you.
Uh, Moneyball.
Moneyball. Yeah, it's a beautiful movie, no doubt. A book you recommend everyone to read.
Black Box Thinking by Matthew Syed.
Okay, what is it about?
It's about mental models that help you zoom out from day to day things and think about the bigger picture.
Oh,
It helped me
interesting.
think about decentralization in decades terms, but not in
Yes.
years terms, and helps me focus on building very, very long term for the crypto community.
That's nice. I think so. I will take a read on this particular book and follow your lead there. Uh, So you would invest your money in ETH, but a token or an NFT that you recommend people should invest in besides Ethereum.
Uh, can't be financial advice, but I think the most proven store of value continues to be Bitcoin. Even if it's a boring asset class, I
Mhm.
think you should still invest in Bitcoin, not financial advice, because Bitcoin doesn't have to evolve or do anything to continue to have value, right?
Awesome.
Bitcoin does what it does, and as a result of it, it has value, right? It
Yeah.
has no CEO, it has no dev team, it has nothing. It's a Bitcoin itself does not care if it's priced at $1 or $10,000, which is the most powerful reason why.
I agree, and I think so. Yes, that's the reason why the journey and the revolution in the crypto space have started since 2008 after the white paper was there, and the first Bitcoin was minted afterwards, and you just it's just a growing, and it's a seed that we keep moving ahead, and there is something new that is there for us to explore and keep moving ahead. All right, somebody is asking some light on Meta.
Nishan, this would be the metaverse, or what are we talking about?
Yes, can you give some clarity? All right. So besides this, Arindam, while Nishant, clears his question and writes further, how is anybody? So we have that, community you mentioned about one click. Now I'm sure a lot of people will be interested, intrigued to go about, doing it below. Is there a matrix that we can see where all are you putting in the tokens, or we are going to see the results on a daily basis? Is there a graph I can see, where all which all protocols have you invested in, or something you don't show that to your users yet?
No, absolutely. It's fully transparent. On the app, you can see the daily interest accumulating,
Hmm.
and you can withdraw the daily interest also if you choose to. Uh,
Okay, that's nice.
right. So it accumulates daily. It's fully liquid, as I mentioned. Not just the principal, but the interest is also fully liquid. Secondly, you can get a full detail of every protocol we invest in the research vault. The research
Hmm.
vault is available on the Learn More section of the app. You can just go and read it each. We have 8 to 10 page reports on every single protocol we've invested in. You can
Oh,
go
wow, that's
and get
great.
full transparency.
Yeah. All right. Yes, he's talking about metaverse only.
Okay. Um, my view is that more and more users will start living in the metaverse. So today, without not realizing, we spend 8 to 10 hours on our systems, right? But what has happened is don't own the metaverse. While we use it, we don't own it. The revolution that is coming today is how can I use the not only use the metaverse but also own it, right? People have been selling Counter Strike accounts with high quality ammo, high quality guns, high quality skins for the longest time. We're not talking today, right? Even when I was in college in 2012, people were selling Counter Strike accounts to each other, right? People sell Candy Crush accounts with high levels to each other, right? It has been happening in Age of Empires, in Call of Duty, in everything. But today you can own it properly using NFTs, using tokens, right? Using metaverse digital assets. We are giving real value. If you look at Decentraland, if you look at Sandbox, who owns it? No one, right? To completely acquire Sandbox, for example, you have to buy everyone who holds the Sand token and every NFT of every asset, and convince all of them to sell it to you. This means what this means is that you would be able to democratically develop the metaverse in a way that is not driven by the agenda of a few set of people, right? If an
Mhm.
institution or a single entity builds a metaverse, it will have ads, it will have nudges to drive your behavior in the real world, things like that. But if it's built truly decentralized, then it will be built the way the community wants it to be built, right? And that is the increasing trend, right? Even if you look at gaming, even if you look at digital land, the projects that are actually succeeding are the ones that are listening to the community. So I think this is a very, very good move in terms of community holding the value of the IP that they're using instead of one centralized entity.
I think that's very beautifully put, Arindam. How what metaverse is and how things can go about in a very simple way to explain somebody. Guys, if you have any more questions for Arindam, please do post it in the comment section, and we will. I'll ask Arindam to answer those questions. Okay, so we have another question for you. What is your take on RBI government's take on cryptocurrency, comparing it to tulips and saying it has no value at all?
Mohit, that is a complicated question. My learning is that regulations take time to evolve. So I continue to have faith in the regulator. Even if you see the evolution of when P2P lending started in India, right? When it was a very regulatory gray area, to today it's mainstream with apps like Bharat Pays 12% Club, Creds, Credmint. So it takes time to evolve. We have to be patient, both as builders and investors, as a community, that in a democratic nation, this will have the right outcome. What I can tell you is that cryptocurrency is now a custodian of people's wealth. Crores of Indians hold cryptocurrency. They have invested real money that they have earned in India post tax, that they have then taken and invested into cryptocurrency. So this is a revolution that is definitely on the move, and note has been taken, which is the most important thing. So I would say not to judge direct statements immediately, but instead look at the evolution from an outright ban back in 2018 to where we are today, where we are saying that, hey, this is taxable, right?
Hmm.
In a democratic country, people like us will fight, right? Builders community together will fight to for more and more clarity, more and more regulation, but we'll have to be a little patient in a bureaucratic country like ours. That's my view.
And I agree with you, Arindam. Yes, 2018 RBI did ban, bankers from working with any crypto companies. 2020 Supreme Court did squash that ban. It took 2 years, but that step did happen. And since then, 2 years down, the finance minister has in the budget, looked at taxing cryptocurrencies, and also seeing what how further regulations can go about, and bringing in tax changes in the tax law. So yes, there is the changes happening, and as Arindam has put in, that a lot of millions and millions of Indians have put their post taxable income into crypto. So yes, that's not going anywhere, and it's not only India. The world is looking at it. So yes, the country will start looking at it. It might be later, as sooner we look at it, or there will be more positive views coming in later in the years, or could be next year or sometime anytime. But yes, that's something we are looking at a positive stride. And for people like us who have been in this industry for a long time, we can see the change and the positive attitude coming in to that. Okay, so tell me one thing, Arindam. Are you guys only investing in crypto through Pillow, or you're also looking at NFTs or something, or that is something in the long term
Got
goal
it.
that you
I
see?
don't think super long, but what we are trying to enable essentially at Pillow is
Mhm.
how can you buy blue chip NFTs,
Okay,
right?
nice.
Without investing lakhs of rupees, right? Today you cannot buy a board ape, right?
Yeah,
But
you
we are
can't.
working with a lot of partners
Hmm.
to figure out. Thank you, Kumar Vagish, for signing up. Looking forward to joining us. We are looking at a solution where we can democratize access to blue chip NFTs. So we
Okay.
can't share everything yet, but we are going to solve for it so that you can get exposed to the highest quality NFTs without
Mhm.
having to shell out, lakhs or crores for accessing it.
That will be a game changer, and I personally do look forward to that kind of investment scenes. That was lovely to Tulip Mania comparing to, yes, I that is there, Nishan. Thank you, Arindam, for taking out time and talking to our community members today and educating them about Pillow, and to opening your doors with the special code. So guys, do would say that do check out Pillow, use the code, download the app, see how you like it, and if you do like it, do in trust with them and see how things can go about. Any message that you have before we call it day, Arindam?
Got it. No, I think this was a lot of fun, just chatting and answering all the questions. So thanks very much, Manav, for hosting us. And in general, I would say a lot of people in the chat. I would say um look at things long term and start building, right? Come build with us, or come build our community, or join our community, invest in the future, and look at it long term as where this will take us, right? Where we are looking at essentially achieving true financial freedom. um, the crypto ecosystem in India is only growing. Companies like ours are just a testament to that. I won't say
Mhm.
we are the only one, right? There are a lot of people building, and everyone is trying to ensure that users get most and more benefits. So we are here as a community, as a builder community, to listen to us, to listen to you, hold us to the highest standards, tell us what you want, and we will try to build the next generation of crypto investing products for you, right? So looking forward to welcoming the BI community to Pillow. Looking forward to you guys asking your questions, making your investments, telling us what you want next, and hoping to build together, right?
Thank you, Arindam, and thank you everyone for joining us. And we will see you again with our next session.